Hey, everybody. Welcome to the show. So the game's already started, so I apologize for that. But let me get it up on my screen. But yeah, I got home a little late, so I didn't want to put up stream too early that I wasn't going to be able to get to. Hey, all about Habs. How's it going, buddy? Who else is here? I see we're not going to have the room full like last night. I'm not surprised, because I think people realized that I don't show the game. Adam Jenks, how's it going, buddy? Thanks for coming in. First goal by Canada. So, hey, Jeff. So I am possibly up to 30 seconds to a minute behind you guys if you're watching this on TSN, because I'm watching on the internet. So it's going to be a little delayed. So hopefully that won't be too bad. But yeah, so who got the goal now? Nice. Nope. There it is. Jordan Spence. Is that his name? Didn't make a mistake on that. Hey, Shamir. J. Roy. How's it going? It is now 1-0 for Canada. They just scored. Nice, nice goal. Roger Lacourse. How's it going? David Arthur. Watching on the internet too? Well, then you'll be on this probably close to the same time, if not exactly the same time as me. So let's see. I figured I'd do this again. It was a lot of fun last night. So let's see if we can. My back is bad though today. So if you see me grimacing at all, I apologize, but I got a really bad back. I just took some back meds. They'll kick in a couple of hours only. So I'm going to struggle through this. I might shift around a lot because of that. So sorry about that, guys, but I'll try not to let that bother me too much. Abdullah. Hey, Abdullah, thanks for coming back again. I appreciate that. Hopefully we can keep you entertained again. Let's see. What am I watching this on? The site is called Bila Sports. Bila Sport. And that's I imagine, depending on where you are, it might not work. But, I mean, yeah, it should work if you're somewhere around here anyway, or in Canada, I think. Let's see. Also got 6 likes on your stream today. Hey, awesome. Awesome. When did you stream? I didn't see. I was out, though, most of the day. So I wasn't around my computer at all. Let's see. Speaking of likes, I guess everybody, if you don't mind, if you're having a good time or you think you're going to have, give a like, a thumbs up down there if you don't mind. I'd like to get up as many thumbs up as I can get. Oh, you just finished your stream 10 minutes ago. Awesome. So you did what before the game stream? Me too, Abdullah. I'm glad you are back. Krebs is better than Caulfield. Well, hopefully you're not saying that based on the last game of Caulfield's. Listen, Krebs is a good player. I would have liked Krebs. Everyone dropped on him because of the Achilles heel injury, but Krebs would have been good. But hey, listen, we got Caulfield. Caulfield will bounce back. Please like. Yeah, everybody, please give a thumbs up. And let's see now. We're at 6 minutes in. 7 shots for Canada, 1 for Slovakia. They got their first shot. And let's see, I'll do a little bit of play-by-play for anybody who might want to hear any. Let's see now what happened here. It was a nice save through traffic there. Shot came through, and nice save there by Levi. He didn't see it very well. Mine's doing pretty good, knock wood. So let's see now. Canada's got it in their own zone. It's going behind the net. Slovakia players on them, and they're swinging their sticks around to get the puck. Slovakia keeps it in. Let's see. They carry it out. No, they dump it out, kind of. And Slovakia has control. Now Canada gets it in the neutral zone, right in the center of the ice. They kind of dump it in. And Slovakia's got it behind their net. And, yeah. So far, I know there's a goal already, but not the most exciting game so far from what I've seen. I watched it as I was waiting for the stream to come on. And, Let's hope it gets a little more exciting. I guess we can have another 16-2 game. Slovakia is a better team, that's for sure. Slovakia could beat Canada. They're capable. Probably not not likely, but if Canada's not careful. Rick, would love to have you visit Qatar. Yeah, listen, I don't know if I'd do well down there. But hey, you never know. It's going to end 3-1 for Canada. Yeah, this won't be a 16-2 game. This will be, hey, let's everyone give a guess in the comments. What do you think the score will be? Let me see. Oh, God, I don't have a good handle on this. I'm going to say probably, I'm going to go 4-2 Canada. Because I don't think it'll be a very high-scoring game. But you never know, but I don't think it will be. So I'm going to go 4-2 Canada. Everybody, give a score. Give a score in there. Slovakia kids know how to get rid of the bodies. So this won't be a blowout. No, this won't be a blowout. No, by no means. I didn't think Slovakia would be. If Rick gets THG level support and live streams, then he can make enough to pay for that trip. Hey, wouldn't that be nice? I'm not really a big I'm not one that's big on travel, so I don't know that I travel so much, but you never know. I would take 4-2 also good odds. Yeah, I think 4-2 is probably pretty good. Sebastian Andres says 6-1 Canada over Slovakia. Abdullah's calling for a 5-0 shutout for Canada. 2-1 Canada for David. 5-2 Canada for Jeff. And Lucas says, see, I remembered Lucas. Went for a walk at Ile de Boucherville and froze myself. Oh, my God, yeah. A little cool today still, a little cool. Although it got a little warmer in the afternoon, but yeah. And down over there by Ile de Boucherville, yeah, that's got to be pretty cold right off the water there. 6-1. Lucas got 6-1. That's all about Habs. 6-1. Shamir 5-1 Canada. So everyone's got Canada, which is not a surprise. Oh, they're showing that nasty hit on from Schneider. Is it Schneider? On the German guy. He really nailed him in the head. There was a nasty one. I think it was on Turcotte in the hey Trent, how's it going, buddy? In the 7-2 for Canada for Trent. I lost my train of thought. In the American game, I think it was Turcotte. He took a horrible hit to the face and the head and the body. Gooley with a hat trick. That would be nice. I wouldn't argue with a Gooley hat trick. Show off some good Canadian prospect talent. So let's see now. Canada has it. They're breaking out of their zone through the center into the Slovakian zone. In the corner, he passes to the slot almost. Well, center anyway. And Slovakia breaks out with it. You can see right away. I mean, this is not Germany. Hey, Abdullah, no problem. Anytime. Come back when you're ready. Gooley scored first last game. Yes, he did. Might release my predictions on the first 5 Habs games soon. Yeah, for me, it's a little early for that exactly. But, I'm going to do some prediction videos coming up shortly, too. So I'm doing one for the members. All the members, I'm doing a video about predictions. So that's coming up. It's on the board, actually. But you can't tell what it is exactly because I didn't give away anything on the board. Yeah. And then my next video, which I'm almost finished writing, is a decade by decade, the toughest, is it the toughest fighters? Toughest fighters. Hang on a second, I'm going to get to it. Toughest fighters of each decade. Yeah, from the 20s right to present. So there's going to be 10 decades. So 10 different fighters. Some of them might surprise you on there, but I'm almost done it. I'll have that out tomorrow. Thank you, Shamir. Go Canada and can never have too many entries for the pint glass. So Shamir just gave $5 on a super chat. So that gets him entered into the running for this pint glass. I'm going to draw that on the live stream for the first Habs game. So about 2 weeks away. And Shamir's got lots of entries. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. Let's see now. Did I miss somebody's comment? Enjoying time off from work and holidays hockey. Yeah, this is a good time. I don't know where you are, but we're locked down here anyway. So, but yeah, it's good to have some time off at this time of year. And yeah, enjoying this hockey. I can't say always. I only started watching the juniors, I think, in the last 5 years, but really have enjoyed it. And now I watch it every year, especially because of the channel too. Let's see. It's sorry, but I do have to have members' videos there, Lucas. Yeah, but I am doing a that video that I'm doing for the members in another. We're what 2.5. We're only 3 weeks away from the start of the season, so I'm going to do that again before the start of the season for the main channel. So there will be another one. So don't worry. This is just for the members. Let them know what I'm thinking. I'm going to compare myself to the hockey guy because he's put out some predictions. So let's see. It's warmer in Nova Scotia this week than it is in Florida. Well, that's kind of weird, eh? It was pretty warm here this week too. We had some really warm days, and now we'll just turn from warm right to cold. David, enjoy the game, buddy. Speak to you later. Jay Roy, I enjoy watching Habs prospects. Yeah, lately. Not when we had lousy prospects. Then it wasn't very fun because they never made it to these teams anyway. So, when you don't have good prospects, your prospects don't get there. But, yeah, I enjoy watching them too. Jeff's watched the World Juniors as long as he can remember. Yeah, I never did. Don't know why. I just never did. Hey, Abdullah, welcome back, buddy. So let's see where we are. We're at about 8 minutes left. For me, it's saying 8:23. And still 1-0 for Canada. Oh, they just went to a break. Can't do any play-by-play when they're on a break. Might also do a tour of my setup. Yeah, I did it when I set up in here for the first time. If I make any major changes, I might show, but I haven't really made any major changes. So I haven't really used the other side yet. That's the only thing I haven't done here. So one of these days I'm going to not be lazy and then flip everything for a few videos and film from the other side of the room. One of these days. Okay, that one wasn't for me. Rick, your channel is way better than the hockey guys. Well, at least to me it is. Well, listen, that's to everybody's taste, and I wouldn't want to put the hockey guy down. He's big. He's got a really big channel, and it's really hard for people that go in there to literally, unless you take a super chat, unless he's not busy with super chats, if he doesn't get a lot, you're not getting a comment read. Unless you're a Patreon member or something like that they know, it's hard to get a comment read over there. So that's a big complaint for a lot of people, but it's not his fault. He gets sometimes 1,000 people in his chats. So it's hard, So yeah, but I like the hockey guy. I've been watching him since before I started my channel. He's probably the reason why I'm doing the channel. Not probably, he is the reason why I'm doing the channel. So, yeah, but I watch less and less because I'm busier, and I'm starting to go with how he works. He doesn't watch any of us because he doesn't want to be influenced by anything that we do or have people say, "Well, you did the same thing." He just doesn't do that, and he does his thing. I'm starting to do that more and more. I do watch others, but I not as much as I used to, and I'm starting to do my own thing and not necessarily see what everybody's doing. I wasn't impressed with the way the USA conducted themselves last night. I didn't watch not even a highlight, except that the only thing I saw was that hit on, I think it's Turcotte, number 9 anyway. It could be Zegras, but yeah, I saw not a second of it other than that. You are at 1.57. Yesterday you were at 1.56. Actually, after yesterday's stream, I was at 1,584. after everybody came in and everything. And then not too long after, it dropped 13 of them, or I guess 12 of them went away, which is okay. I've maintained the rest. So in other words, 17 subscribers up last night, which is really cool. And if anybody, I don't even know how many people are in here right now, but if anybody's in here who has, new to the channel, please give us a subscribe, ring the notifications bell, give a thumbs up, and you'll get notified whenever I'm doing a live stream or a new video comes out. I mean, if you're a Habs fan, because I am the only one doing Montreal Canadiens videos as regularly as I do, which is almost every day. He hates the Habs, and he says all the time, yes, that is true. He doesn't hate them. He's not a Habs fan, but he has mad respect for them, and he always does them well when he talks about them. I find the odd time I don't find him informed enough, or I don't agree with his opinion, but it's never a bad opinion. It's not like he doesn't put them down because he doesn't like them. So he's very fair with Montreal, and I think he will be a Montreal fan in the next couple of seasons as Montreal does better. Oh, I guess I should, Shamir, that's a good idea. Yeah, I keep saying super chats and super stickers. That $ underneath the chat, just on the bottom where you type everything in, that's how you do that. You click on that and you follow the instructions. It's actually really easy to do. And it supports the channel. I appreciate it. You get entered in whatever the contest is at the time. Right now it's for that pint glass. And but nobody has to feel obliged that they should do that. That one. Zegras is a Zegras. Jeff. Zegras is a piece of shit. Is that what the POS is for? Do you know him? Is he from down there? How often do you usually do live streams? Well, in the off season, it's every Saturday, and there's usually a members only live stream, which I haven't been really good on lately, but I have to admit. But that's usually Wednesday nights, and that's for members only, though. And then in the season, I live stream before every game. I don't know that for the Habs games that I'm going to do all 3 periods, because then I can't review the game. So I have to think about how I want to approach that. I may start doing all 3 periods and find a different way to do the review, so that it's at least decent. And I'm thinking about it. It may actually make my reviews shorter, which I think might be really good, because I think my reviews can be a little too long. And so I live stream every game. And I guess, I'll start doing this as a regular thing for the juniors as well. He was a huge Roy fan, though. We're talking about Zegras? So you didn't answer me, though. Is he? Yep, he's from down there. Ah, okay. Yeah, I don't know much about. No, but wait, Zegras is an American. How can he be from down there? Who are we talking about? Jeff, I'm confused now. I just realized that we're talking about Zegras. He can't be from down there. He's an American. Canada win gold this year? Well, I think it's going to be a little harder without Kirby Dach. So I'm not going to. I don't know. Let's see how we go farther in. But I certainly hope so. I'm certainly going to cheer for them to do that. I think it was more assured with Kirby Dach, but without him, I don't know. He doesn't put him down, but he doesn't like them. No, he's not a Habs fan. But, I mean, you're allowed to not like the Habs. It's not even a necessity to be in the room and have to be a Habs fan. Just have to be civil. And that's all we ask. If I only talk to Habs fans, it would be ridiculous. You got to talk to fans of every fan base. VGC Plasma, number 21 on Canada, is good. We have him in the NHL. Yeah, that's Caden Gooley. That's our draft pick from this season. He looks like he's going to be a good one. He really does. Super chat and super sticker isn't available in my region. It says that sucks. Would love to support this amazing channel and watch it grow. No problem. Watch the videos. Allow the ads. That supports the channel. And that's true. Like, depending on where you are, I guess those things don't always work. I know some countries, they don't allow super chats and super stickers. So that is true. No, I don't know Zegras. He's another showboat American. So who are you talking about then, Jeff? Zebras. I don't know who that is then. I'm feeling like I'm missing something. Yeah, at least they let you join, be a member of the channel. So that's cool and that's great. You are supporting. Like, what am I even talking about? You're supporting the channel right there. So no problem there, buddy. Canada for sure wins a medal, maybe not gold, but a medal. Yeah, but we're Canada. If it's not gold, it's not the right medal. And that's the way Canada. I'm happy if they win. Well, honestly, it's true. If we don't win gold, we're not happy. Jay Roy, I hate Bruins, but I like Patrice Bergeron. I'm kind of the same. You got to respect Bergeron. You got to. But the rest of the team, not so much. I think Pasternak's pretty good, but I think it was last year, that game where he scored 3 goals and he put his hands up like that. I don't know. I soured on him a bit then, but he's a really good talent. Russia is going to win, and I don't have to say why you think that. Well, I know why you think that. His name is Askarov. I agree with you. I don't know if they're going to win or not, and I said it yesterday, Askarov is going to be hard to score against. When you're playing Russia, you better not give up too many goals because you're not scoring too many goals either. So, yeah. So I'm guessing that's the reason why. Jay Roy, we can respect our enemy in some ways. You should respect your enemy. Not can, you should. Morgan Burton. Hey, buddy. Morgan's in the room. Hola from balmy Puerto Escondido, Mexico. Awesome, buddy. You're lucky in the warm weather. NHL Hockey News. How's it going? Thanks for being back in. I'm doing good. Hope you are too. Would love to have Chara play for the Habs. Not. In this channel, we hate Chara. And Chara's old and he's finished. Let's see. Sean. Hey, Sean. Hope Caulfield is going to start playing better. He's not looking too great yet. Well, he did in the warm-up round, the game, but, he had 6 shots. He wasn't connecting. It's just a game. Let's see how he bounces back. I expect him to bounce back. Zegras is a piece of shit. Keeps on spell checking his name. Yeah. Askarov is very interesting because he catches right instead of left. Of course, we all know all NHL goalies catch left. True, there's a few that were the opposite, but Askarov's got, and I trust Jeff in. Hey, Mike's in the room. Hey, Mike, haven't seen you in a while. I trust Jeff when he talks about goalies, and man, Jeff is sold on Askarov. So when he's high like that on a goalie, I got to say there's something to this kid. Maybe I don't see it. Or I haven't watched him enough, but I'm going to trust in that. Chara never to the Habs. So, Mike, how's it going? 19 Coyote. I haven't seen you in a while. I did get that right. Am I just in case because it's been a while, but it's Mike. Why not at least one season? No, Abdullah, no. No, he's just a goon. We don't need him. After the Pacioretty thing he did, no. Caulfield had some great chances, but nothing to show for it. It happens some nights. I mean, if you hate Chara because of Max is gone. No, I hate Chara because of what he did, and I don't like players who do that. Trent, thank you, buddy. Trent, I've always wondered, fans who supported the Nordiques, have they mostly become Habs fans or no? Well, that's a really good question. I would think if you were a Nordiques fan that really hated the Habs, maybe not. You might have gone to the Avs and stayed with them. You might have found another team. I think some would have come over, but the rivalry was so strong that I find that's a really good question. I haven't got a really good answer to that. So, but I would think maybe not. They would have found another team. Maybe the Bruins would have picked up a bunch of French fans because of that. Morgan, this is some sloppy, choppy hockey here. Not so fun to watch. I was saying that earlier. It's kind of boring. They're not really – there's just nothing – there's no flow to this game. I'm not really watching at this point because I'm talking. So that's one of the reasons why I'm not doing any play-by-play. It seems to be a boring game, and I'll wait till he picks up. Zegras was celebrating goals last night like he won the gold medal. Well, how many goals did they get anyway? What was the score last night? They didn't score, did they? Or no, it was 11-0. That's right. What am I talking about? They had the 11. Yeah, in a blowout like that, you shouldn't be doing the celly too much. So that's the end of the first period. I see that ended. So we're through the first. It's 1-0 Montreal. I'm going to do it again. 1-0 Canada, and let's see how this goes. It's definitely not the Germany game. NHL saying he's high on Askarov, but I think he'll be one of the best right-catching goalies one day. He's going to be a good one. I mean, at his age, he does so many things so well. He's only going to get better. You got to expect. So, hey, Abdullah, respect to you too, buddy. Gooley was a +4 last game. Let's see what he can do tonight. Listen, if you weren't a plus player last game, there was something wrong for Canada. Yeah, there would be something wrong. Jake Rulos, go Habs, go! Good sentiment. Go Canada, go tonight though. I'm also calling them Montreal. So maybe if you're doing that, well, you're not the only one. Let's see. Well, was it ever called the Battle of Quebec? Sure was. Every time they played. And listen, there's a game you should look up. What year was that? I want to say 86, but I know it's not 86. 84, I think. It's called the Good Friday Massacre. So you can look that up on YouTube. The Good Friday Massacre. That's Montreal, Quebec. The biggest brawl maybe in history, but they're a big brawl. A famous game. If you've never seen it, it's available on YouTube, so you should check that out. And yeah, it was the Battle of Quebec like every game. And they said it. I think they used that term. Sean, I wonder if the Nordiques had stayed in the NHL with Patrick Roy been traded to them. That would have been something. No, I think you can guarantee that if they had stayed in the NHL, Patrick Roy would not have been traded to them. They would not have traded him to a team that was in their division. And a rival like that? No way. Jeff, I think Askarov is the real generational talent of the draft. Hey, listen, he could be. It's not often it's a goalie that's that generational talent, but why not? Why couldn't it be, right? And he will change the game like Roy did. In what way? Okay, maybe you don't know, but I mean, you might have an idea of what you're thinking. I'm curious as to what way you think he'll change the game. Because I'm not disagreeing, because he's obviously a great talent. So I'm just curious how because we never actually talked about that. 84 was the Good Friday Massacre. 84. I watched it again. Some of you probably heard this story. I rewatched it again because I was doing a video on it. And I found the whole game. And I'm watching it. So this is essentially the second time in my life. And I got the same goosebumps. I was mad. I was getting madder. And I had the same emotions as I did that night. Amazing. It's amazing how many years later, I guess I watched it this year. So 84. So we're looking at 26 years later. And I still had the same emotions. So yeah, Abdullah, if you've never seen that, that's something. If you're a Habs fan, that's something to check out. That was the greatest rivalry in my life. Was the Nordiques and the Canadiens. Where was I? Zegras easily going to be my next favorite Ducks fan. Ducks are my fourth favorite team. You mean? Excuse me. I'm burping because I had chips and dip. I didn't eat supper yet. So Zegras is gonna be a favorite player of yours on the Ducks. Zegras is Matthews light when it comes to being a douche. Sorry, NHL Hockey News. Listen, you know what? How many people that we're finding out today that we idolized and loved and this and that over the years, and find out they're I think I'm going to stop looking at those things and forget about what they do in their personal lives. And if I like them for this or that, that's it. I'm going to keep like that. Bobby Orr, I refuse to not like Bobby Orr. I refuse. I'm not losing Bobby Orr. My favorite guy, I think, was the best player ever to play hockey. One of my favorites. I mean, Guy Lafleur is my favorite, but no, I'm not going to dislike Bobby Orr. So I'm going to stop thinking about those kind of things. Do you think the Habs will make any more moves before the season starts? I think that's possible, but I don't think it's not like it's going to be a move to unless they move out Byron or somebody like that to make cap space. I think you're going to see moves to add to the taxi squad. So yeah, I think we could see a couple of additions, legitimate NHL players that they can keep on the taxi squad and they could have if they need, in case somebody gets hurt. I think that's a really good idea to do, and I think they might. I don't know exactly who's still left out there, but I've heard there's still lots of guys. You're seeing some movement now, guys getting signed and stuff. So, yeah, it's a possibility. I mean, that's what he did for getting Furland, was to put him on the taxi squad. I'm quite sure. I would be very surprised if Furland isn't on the taxi squad, and that's really why they signed him, because where are they going to play him? I mean, the roster's pretty much set. There's not too many spots to win on this roster. It's more of who's going to play where, right? So, anyway. Watching it now on my cell phone. Big, huge fight. Yeah. Oh, God. Cell phone's not going to do it justice, though. I gotta tell you, if you could do that on a bigger screen, you'll enjoy it more. NHL should definitely give Quebec a hockey team back. Yeah, too bad it's not going to happen. But, yeah, I agree. I'd love to have Montreal Nordiques rivalry back again. Oh, my God. I would freaking love that. There was no more of an intense game than even a last-place Nordiques team playing against Montreal, better than any Boston Bruin Montreal game, Toronto Maple Leaf Montreal game. It just was better. Where was I? Okay. That's great. A guy from just up the road scores the first goal. Oh, well, who got the first goal again? I can't remember now. Damn it. He's just up the road from you? Awesome. Rick, who would start Game 7? An away versus Boston game, Price or Roy? That's a good question. I'll say this: Patrick Roy is probably the greatest money goalie in NHL history. So, as much as I think Price is probably overall a more technically sound, better goalie than Roy was, Roy had an ability, I think, to just say, that's it. No more goals are going past me. And he did that. And, in the Game 7, I think I'd take Roy. Now, if I have to say who's more talented who's got better technique and all that kind of, I think Price. But Patrick Roy, he knew how to shut the door. Askarov combines size, speed, puck tracking, and aggressiveness like no one we have seen before. He is an in-your-face goaltender. So is that what you mean by he'll change that the way that the aggression, the way the goalie comes out, the way he attacks the position? I think Rancho Cucamonga gets a team for Quebec. Well, look, first of all, I don't know that they expand. I don't know when they're going to expand again. But if they move teams around, I think Houston gets a team first. I think they want to go into Houston market. After that, I don't know where they would go, but I think there's probably other markets before Quebec. Now, Quebec has an arena ready to go, an NHL caliber arena. They have ownership groups ready to invest. So they've got a lot there, but I don't think the NHL wants to go there. Not while Bettman is the commissioner. No, I don't think that'll ever happen while Bettman is commissioner. Did anyone see Craig Anderson getting a tryout from the Caps? I think they should try out Schneider and Howard to see who plays better. Oh, no, I didn't see that. I thought Anderson retired. Didn't Anderson retire? I saw a hockey ranking that had Carey Price at the 25th spot of best goalies nowadays. Yeah, who did that, though? Because I don't like if you they polled the NHL players themselves, and the players said Carey Price is the best goalie. I don't know. That's pretty good, judge of goalies is the players themselves. And if they're saying Price is the best, I don't know. I think that would be they'd be accurate. 25th. That's ridiculous. 25th. Roy is who turned me into a Rompards fan. So I have two teams, Habs and the Rompar. Yeah, well, he is that where he is? He's coaching there, or what's he doing? Is he the GM there? I mean, he owns it there too, doesn't he? Yes, you are right. Ross said no rats, no more goals versus Panthers in '96. Oh, he did that many times where he just shut the door. That's it. Nothing's getting past, and nothing did. Rod Fuhr were money. Fuhr should get more hype than he does. This is true. I agree with you there, Jeff. We talked about Fuhr the other day, but it's true. Grant Fuhr doesn't get the respect he should because of the team he played on. He played for a powerhouse Edmonton Oilers team that they didn't have defensive defensemen. They had one, Kevin Lowe. That's it. They didn't play defense. So their belief was, well, if they score, we'll just score another one. And yes, but Fuhr was a really good goalie. He really was. And he just doesn't have the numbers because of that you'd think for a goalie of his caliber, but he deserves it. Patrick Roy was and always will be the better goalie. Roy proved himself, and the record shows. I won't argue with that. And it's not exactly what I said. What I said is if you're looking at pure skill, just how he plays the position, he's always in the square and in the right position, all that. I think Carey Price is better that way. But when you're out on the ice and you're in those games, Patrick Roy proved it. Like you said, he's got the 4 Stanley Cups, 2 Conn Smythes, and he's got the record for it. Yeah. And believe me, if it's a game 7 and you got to win, I'm putting Patrick Roy in there. Question to all people in this chat. How many think Montreal would have won another cup with Roy? Oh, good question. Let me see now. You know what? I'm going to say no. And the reason is this. Patrick Roy was becoming too much of a distraction. And I think at that point, the distraction would have kept them from winning the cup. I really think at that point that would have happened. So I think when you look back at it and you analyze it and you know things that we didn't know at the time that we know now because of, people have written about it. And so you know what was going on. I say they probably would not have won the cup. They probably would not have because he was too big in the room and he was influencing everything that happened with the team. And that's never a good thing. Players are players. Management and coaches are, they got their jobs. Everyone's got their job. Stick to your job. When you're above that, it's not a good thing. So I'm going to say no, they wouldn't have won another cup with Roy. And believe me, I wouldn't have said that even last year, but it's stuff that I've read and heard and from Savard and all that kind of stuff. And I think that's the case. Look at Cat Friendly. Craig Anderson is under tryout right now. He did not retire. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. That's something new, but I mean, he might have not officially retired, but he was going to, I heard. Probably Toronto bias. I'm not sure what we're talking about there. All about Habs. Sorry, Lucas. Jordan Spence scored the first goal. He's from PEI. Awesome. So many of these kids and hockey players, they're all from down there. It's amazing. If you're playing 76 straight games, yeah, that's true. In 95, 96 was amazing. Only an injury ended that streak. It's true. He was going to play all the games. How was Gooley in the first period? I didn't really notice him, honestly, but I wasn't watching very closely, so I'm not the person really to answer that. Never mind, not Toronto bias, Boston bias. They put Rask at number 1. Yeah, Rask is a good goalie, and Mishak had 1 goal and +3 at the World Junior from Czech Republic. Was that today or was that yesterday? Because I think they played yesterday as well. Rick, you speak any French? A little bit. I'm getting rusty though because I don't have to use it right now. But yeah, my ex-wife, she's French, so French is in the family. My boys speak pretty good French, and yeah, but I'm probably about 50% bilingual right now. Yesterday for Mishak. Okay, yeah, that was the game yesterday. Yeah, I heard he had a goal. He's good, but wouldn't say number 1. Okay, wait, let's go back to Rask. No, I agree. I don't think Rask is the best goalie, the number 1 goalie in the league right now. Oh, if you're talking about the league right now, no. I got to figure that's Vasilevsky. I got to figure that for, yeah, that's who I would say if you're asking me. Roy inspired a generation of kids to be goalies. This is true. Fuhrer and Roy made the position athletic instead of just the fat kid. Price has perfected the blocking style. Goaltender. Price is fundamentally perfect. This is that's what I mean. There you go. Price is, yeah, he's fundamentally, I mean, he's better than than Roy if we're comparing. But yeah, if you ask me right now, based on record and having done it, Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Final, I want Roy in that. But it would be a difficult choice because you know how good Carey Price is, and you know how fundamentally perfect he is. I mean, it would be a hard choice. But Price does not have the wins, the cup wins, and all that behind him. He needs to win a cup. If he would win 1 cup, he'd get a lot more respect than he does right now. Patrick Roy wanted to win every game. I would put him number 2 behind Brodeur, but he was my favorite. See, I think Brodeur loses something in the style of play that New Jersey did. So, yeah, I'm not that I don't want to diss Brodeur necessarily, but I never have. I never thought he was as good as Roy. That trap style, it allowed him to shine. So you got to take that into account. It's the opposite of Grant Fuhrer, right? Because Grant Fuhrer played on a team that just was wide open, and yes, the opposite. So no, I'm not sold on Brodeur being the best ever. No. Nope. NHL. Too bad Struble did not make the World Junior USA team, all because of an injury that would be awesome to see what he can do. Yeah, he didn't have enough time to recover or to play enough since the injury that they didn't want to put him on. Right now, I put Price at number 3. In the league, yeah, I think that's fair. He's in the top 5. I don't think he's number 1 anymore. Definitely, I don't think so because, I mean, he's getting older. I don't think he's number 1. But I think he's in the top 5. Declan Hughes. If the 11-1 Detroit game had never happened back in 95, do you think the Habs would have traded Roy eventually and got a better return? Yes. As a matter of fact, not trade him eventually. He would have been traded by then. Serge Savard was already working for 2 months on a deal. He had one with the Avalanche for Owen Nolan and Stéphane Fizet. For Patrick Roy, and I think straight up for Patrick Roy. So he had that deal in the works, and he got fired. If they didn't fire Serge Savard, then Patrick Roy would have been traded probably. This thing happened in December, so he would have been traded probably in November. Maybe I think November. Yeah, probably the month before. So, yeah, because if Serge Savard did a biography and he wrote about it that he was going to trade Patrick Roy. He felt he had to because the team was just he took up too much space air in the room, and it was no good for the team. And he was highly influencing Jacques Demers. Let me see now. Hey, NHL, have a great night, buddy. Prices come, or Wah had that little jump in him. Yeah, that's true. Oh, that's first. Did I just lose my feed? No. Did I? Hang on, I got my feed just went. Yeah, I think she's gone. Am I not online? I'm online. Oh, man, that sucks. That really sucks. Okay, let's see if we can get it back. No. Damn, I don't know when that'll come back either. That's the problem when you watch it like this. You can lose they can cut the feed. That's too bad. Cut the feed so early. Oh, no, it's not Jeff. Jeff just texted me. I'm not saying that feed. It's the game. I lost the game. Oh, maybe it's back. Oh, yeah, I got it back already. Oh, awesome. Yeah, no, I wasn't talking about – I know I'm still online. No, I'm on my laptop. I'm plugged in. And I'm not worried about that. But, yeah, where I was watching it, it went away. So I don't know. Now I've got it at 17:44 of the second. They're about to face off. So I don't know if I'm still so far behind or I'm farther behind. Okay, let's get back to you guys. Breaking news, Hoffman signs professional tryout with the Blues. Now that's interesting. NHL Hockey News. Thanks for that, NHL. I appreciate that you came in and gave us that update. So that's interesting. A professional tryout for Hoffman? What the hell is that about? I wonder what's behind that. Goalie girls, first, Vegas. No, Vasilevsky, Price, Gibson, Hellebuck, Bishop, Bennington. So you still got Price as number 2? Okay, that's I'm not going to argue that. I think most people would go Vasilevsky, Hellebuck, honestly, before Price. But I'm good with having Price as the number 2. He's definitely, I don't think he's the best anymore, but I would say he's probably down near 5 personally, but I'm going to trust in you on that. Hockey is so different now. Shots are harder. Players are faster. I think Price is better because hockey is harder. Well, I mean, Price, fundamentally and all that, he's the better goalie. But he doesn't have the record. He doesn't have the Stanley Cup wins. He doesn't have the Conn Smythe trophies. I mean, there's a lot to say for that. You know, sure, different era, which has a lot to do with it as well. But, you know, it's just like the argument for Gretzky and Gordie Howe, or is it Richard, or is it Bobby Orr as the best player ever to play the game? It's the same kind of thing. All right, so it's still 1-0 for Canada. We're about 4 minutes into second period on my screen, and Slovakia is on a power play with like 10 seconds left in it. So, yeah, this is going to be a tighter game than we thought. So maybe even my 4-2 score might be in jeopardy, although we're not even halfway through the game yet, so we'll see. From all the Habs players that left via trade or free agency, who do you miss the most and want back? What do you like? Are you talking about? You got to give me a time frame on that. Give me a time frame, and I'll try to answer that. Because I mean, you want to go back all the. I mean, there's some players that got traded from here that Patrick Roy is one of them. But at the time, I definitely, now I see the validity of having that they were going to trade him and all that. Not the way they did trade him, but what Serge Savard was going to do. I see that. I see why he would have done that. But at the time, I mean, up until I read about that, I still thought it was a mistake. So you got to be talking about recently, 5-6 years? Okay, 5-6 years. I see that. Got to let me think for a minute. I'm only 2 minutes behind. That's not bad. I think I was worse yesterday. In the last 5-6 years, I think most people are going to say Alex Radulov. I bet you probably 9 out of 10 people are going to say Alex Radulov, or Markov. I'm going to get Markov or Radulov. I think if we didn't. And I think it's between those two players, because at that time, if they had the money, they never spent it. They could have signed both of those guys. I think that would have made a big difference. So I'm going to say Radulov, because we didn't have a player like that. We did not have a player like him, and he was making a difference. Yeah, I'm going to say Radulov in the last 5-6 years. And no, it's not going to be PK. I'm not unhappy with the trade, as it turns out, definitely. You would want Andrew Shaw. Love that guy. But problem with Andrew Shaw was, listen, Bergevin traded him at the right time, because the next hit for Shaw could be the end. And he only played like half a season. He concussion problems. No, they traded Shaw. Like, I like Shaw and all that, definitely, but they traded him at the right time. But Radulov, they should have signed. But I blame Radulov for that a bit too. McDonough, but that goes back farther. He's saying 5-6 years. Yeah, you could say Sergachev. Yeah, okay. Shamir, that's good. I forgot about Sergachev. But McDonough goes too far back there, Jeff. He said 5-6 years. McDonough is going on, 11 years now? Shaw was an energy guy, but he could put 20 goals in. Shaw was a checking line guy. Yeah, he was, but he could also score and play. He wasn't really a second line guy that he was playing here. He shouldn't really have been, but we had no choice. But yeah, Jeff, you got to come up with a new one. You went way too far back. Hang on, I need a drink. It's funny, speaking of energy guy, have you noticed I'm a little bit more laid back tonight, because I'm a little more tired. It's not as easy. Second night in a row for me. Let me take a look at what's going on in the room. How we doing? 10, 11 now. Awesome. So if anybody has not, if you haven't given a thumbs up, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. Let's see if we can get that up to as high as we can. And if anybody's new to the channel that's in here and you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and ring that notifications bell. And that'll get you your daily fix of Blue Bar Rouge right here at Talking Habs. I'm doing a video. Also love Prust. Have you seen him on Twitter, though? Brandon Prust lost his mind. Brandon Prust has lost his mind. So, no, I would not want Prusty back right now. Camilleri, but again, you're going too far back, Jeff. You're going too far back, man. Look at your parameters. You're missing. Sergachev. I think Sergachev might be the answer to that. But it would be between Sergachev and Radulov. Let me get the game back. So we're down around 12 minutes now. Let's see what's going on in this game. Let's see. Canada chasing the puck back to their own zone. Behind the net. Left it for the other guy instead. They clear it. And it's in the German zone already, but Slovakian zone. Slovakia's got possession, and they get out. And they've got possession in Canada's zone, too. Wow. But nothing clean. They can't get set up to make any kind of plays. So it's just fight along the board, and it's cleared out. What? The Camilleri trade was only 2016? Really? No, Camilleri was 2012. Yeah, it goes back that far, no? And McDonough was 2009, wasn't it? Was it not? No, but in 2012 wasn't that long ago to you, but the parameters were 5-6 years. So you can go back to 2014. That's it. That's all. Big hit by Bo and Byram at the line. And the whistle is blown. Oh, number 4 was Byram. I thought number 4 was Drysdale. So I was calling him by the wrong name yesterday. So let's see. Come on, guys. Keep me going. Rick, you ever been to the Montreal Forum? Yeah, sure. Many times. It's the Bell Center I've only been a few times. And I'm trying to think. I don't know if I've seen a game at the Bell Center. So that's a possibility. I took my kid, my oldest, when he was really young to see a concert there. Backstreet Boys. I was for my kid. And I think, I don't know that I've been inside other than that. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't been a lot in the last 20, 25 years. But at the Forum, yeah, I saw many games at the Forum. No one we traded in the last 5 years were worth keeping to me. I think you're right. But that's a sign that that your GM is doing a good job. Yeah, okay, well, Sergachev would be the only one, but if he was unhappy here, maybe but I think Sergachev would be the guy that I would keep of anybody that was traded in the last 5-6 years. But that point being that if the guys that are going out, you're not really missing them, then the GM's doing a good job. Is the Forum as magical as they say? It sure was. It sure was. How, in what way? It was just the atmosphere. It was just magical. I don't know how else to describe it. There was just something about it. Sergachev was unhappy in Montreal, is what Jeff's saying. Shamir, it's okay, Rick. I don't judge. It's okay to be a Backstreet Boys fan. No, it was a decent concert as far as I was surprised it was an okay concert. But it was my son. He was, oh God, how old was he then? He was born in 91. Must have been 98 or 99, something like that. So he was 8 years old or 9 years old. So he was into that. Plus, I took his cousin and a neighbor's, my wife, our best friend's daughter as well. So it was me and 3 kids. And I almost killed myself there I'll tell the story. So at some point, one or two of the kids had to go to the bathroom. So I went with them, of course, and left the other 2. Now, my son's cousin, so my niece, she was a little bit older, so it was okay to leave. I think I left Zach and Kiki at the seats, and I took the other girl to the bathroom. So she went to the bathroom. When she came out, I was waiting for her, so it was winter. I put my coat down, and I was just standing there waiting. So I bent down, I grabbed my coat, and I stood up and I turned and started to walk. And there was one of these posts that they have at the Bell Center. There's these big metal posts with columns, and they have these big rivets in it like that. And I hit square in the head here. I think it was somewhere right here. Bang into one of those rivets, really hard. I went down to my knees, almost blacked out. And somebody saw, I guess, from the if you get hit with a puck or something on the sidelines there, these are the people that they bring you to their the words aren't coming, where they infirmary, I guess. So yeah, someone saw and called them. They came, they got me, made sure I was okay. They brought me in. I had to lie down for a bit, and they said, if you can't, like if you have to, you might have to go to the hospital. Thank God I didn't. They weren't even going to let me go back and get the two kids in the seats. It was like, no, they'll have to be okay on their own. Like, what? They're underage. How do you know? Anyway, I was okay. But I had this golf ball on my head for 4 or 5 days, and I had a headache the next day, I'll tell you. So, yeah, I want to say, like, that's the only time I was ever there for anything, the Bell Center. So, because I haven't really seen any concerts lately. I might have been there for a concert for myself, but I don't really remember. So I figure if I don't remember, then I must not have been at anything. Let's see now. The Care Center. You got it, Jeff. All Russians went out the team that year. Which year are you talking about? If you're talking about the fact that they say Montreal doesn't like Russians, that's not true. As a matter of fact, Sherbak admits that that's not true. He was not telling the truth. Rick, living in Montreal, you ever run into a Habs player? Yes. The same guy twice. And like when you say run into, like it's literally run into, and I've told the story a couple of times. Bob Gainey, twice. When I was younger, I used to work for a courier company that was a family related. And my uncles, through marriage, so members of my family married into their family. Maisland Transport, if anybody knows Maisland Transport was a big transport company. They were part owners of the Expos and the Canadians, like 10% shares. Very minority, but they had ownership. So the courier company that I was working for was family, and the Montreal Canadiens was a customer. And at the Forum, but to go to their offices, you go in off of the street on, I want to say Lambert Clossy, or right at Atwater and Lincoln, I think it is. And it's a staircase straight up, and then just a sharp turn, and then straight up again, right? So you can't see around the corner at all. So once coming down from picking up something to deliver, I'm coming down, Bob Gainey's coming up, and we met right at the turn. Literally, boom, bumped into each other. And then there was a store in Westmount where I guess Gainey lived in Westmount. And it was a hardware store. I was in there shopping. I was coming out. I grabbed the door. At the exact same time, Gainey grabs the door on the other side. And we're both pulled. Oh, it's Bob Gainey. So twice, I ran into Bob Gainey. I saw Chris Nyland in a bar back in, the 80s. I don't know exactly when. Mid 80s, something like that, maybe 87-ish, something like that. Who else have I ever seen? I think that's it. So no, I've never really, except for those times, never. Oh, Guy Lafleur at the License Bureau, sat right across from him and was not sure if it was Guy Lafleur, and I didn't know I should go say anything. And then it was too late. He went up to the teller. And then we got called up to the same teller, and I asked, is that Guy Lafleur? Yeah, it was Guy Lafleur. Oh, fuck, I missed that. I could have talked to him for 15 or 20 minutes, and I did. I was I was looking at him, and that's Guy Lafleur. And then he'd move, and you'd look at him. No, that's not Guy Lafleur. No, and I couldn't make up my mind. So, yeah. But that's it. Not a lot. Hey, Lucas, welcome back in, buddy. Damn it. Gotta have supper. Gotta have supper. I didn't eat yet. I'm going to eat after this. I saw a few games at the Bell Center, including the Centennial game. Yeah, I wish I don't know. I might have seen a game. I don't know why I would not remember clearly that I saw a game there. But, yeah, I'd like to. Tell the truth, you were trying to get on stage for a kiss and security kicked your ass. Yeah, I used to like the drummer. No, seriously, that's what happened to me. I almost died at my first time at the Bell Center. That was my first time at the Bell Center. It might have been my only time. I can't even tell. That's because when I did that, it knocked my brain around so much that, yeah, I used to be like a Rhodes Scholar. And, yeah, no one's going to believe that. Where am I now? The only Habs players I ever met. Don't laugh at that, Shamir. Come on. The only Habs players I ever met was Bobby Smith and Mike McPhee. Bobby Smith, that's a good. Mike McPhee too, but Bobby Smith, I would have liked to have met him too. From your area, from your neck of the woods. Louise, my ex-wife Lou, is in the room. And she said, I told you so. It was Guy Lafleur. She did say that. So there's your proof that actually happened. Other than the Habs, who's your second favorite team? I think you asked me that yesterday. I do not have a second favorite. I like other teams, and I guess I would have to say the Canucks, but I don't really follow them any more than any other team. So no, I like the Habs. I hate the Leafs. I hate the Bruins. And other than that, I don't know if there's another team I could say I hate. The Hurricanes might come close, but that's because of something that happened last season. So that's personal. But yeah, no, I don't have a second favorite team. I see you laughing there at me, Lou. That's not very nice. So we got 5 minutes left in the second period. Canada's on a power play, so about 30 seconds left. It's still 1-0. So yeah, it was a good guess that it's going to be a tight game. So I think David Arthur had it 2-1. That's pretty good. Did somebody say 1-0 or was it 5-0? But it's looking like not going to be a lot of scoring unless, say Canada puts in a goal and it could open like the floodgates, as they say, and they could score a few. Slovakia, I think if they score one or two, it's going to be a lot for them, especially at this point of the game. So we'll see. With basically one period left. We'll see. Maybe I just jinxed them now, but Canada's breaking in, took a shot. The Slovakia goalie is playing well, although only 12 shots in 2 periods so far. So it's not like they're bombing them with shots. Habs, Oilers, Kings for me. Oh, that's right. You do. You like the Oilers and the Kings, traitor. No, I'm just joking. Yeah, listen, like David Arthur, who was in here before, he likes he says 6 or 17. Like, I think he likes half the league. So, and that's fine. You can like who you like, and you can like multiple teams. I just was always very Habs centric. After, like, when I was first a hockey fan, it was, I guess, the Chicago Blackhawks because I liked Tony Esposito. But, that didn't last very long. And ever since then, it's just been Habs. That's it. And honestly, I didn't really watch other games. So if the Habs weren't playing, I wasn't watching. But now with this channel, I've started to watch other games, and I'm actually enjoying it and kind of kick myself. Like, all those years that I didn't watch other games, like, I could have enjoyed that. But anyway, what are you going to do? But now I watch other games, and I do enjoy them. If the Leafs played the Bruins, who do you hate the most between them? Oh, that's easy for me. I hate the Leafs the most. Doesn't matter what Boston does now or what they've done. I hate the Leafs the most, and this is why. When I grew up, starting with hockey, Montreal and the Leafs, the rivalry on ice was mostly already done. There wasn't that much more of it, except, the regular season games. But I mean, playoffs, the meaningful stuff. But Montreal and Toronto had a really big rivalry as cities. Growing up, we always hated Toronto. I didn't have that with Boston as far as the cities. We just didn't like their team, but so it's a difference for me. So Toronto is definitely the one I hate the most, but not far behind are the Bruins, definitely. But as I'll always say, because there may be some fans of these teams here in the room, I don't dislike the fans. I just hate the team. So I don't put down the fans for liking them. I just I won't ever like them. So a long way of answering your question, but there's the answer to the question. Abdullah, for him, what is that? Nom 1, Habs, Nom 2, Sens. What's Nom? I'm not sure who Nom is. I don't dislike the Sens, although I don't like Brady Tkachuk very much. So that's kind of like I don't really, but it's becoming a good rivalry actually now with Ottawa. So I'm all for a good rivalry. Number 1, Habs. Number 2, Sens. Oh, awesome! Yeah, no, that's okay. It's cool to like the Sens. I don't dislike that. I never did, but with Brady Tkachuk there now, I kind of, but yeah, it is what it is. Declan. Oh, nom equals nom for French. Yeah, I get that. Okay, not a worry. I was a huge Gretzky fan. Became a Habs fan in '88. I can't say I was a Gretzky fan, yes or no, either way. I was amazed by the numbers this kid put up and all that. So I didn't dislike Gretzky, but I mean, it wasn't. It was beautiful to watch some of the stuff that guy could do. So yeah, but I wasn't really a fan, except when he played for Team Canada and any of those kind of. Yeah, then definitely love Gretzky. Let's see, Habs fan in '88. Yeah, I got you by 18 years on that. Became a Habs fan same year as. Hey, you guys got something to bond on there. '88. Let's see, '88. What was happening in '88 with the Habs? Let's see, '86, 2 years after the Stanley Cup. I'm trying to think who was on the team. I'm blanking completely. '88. Now, am I right? '88, the year Nyland left in '88? Is Mario Lemieux from Montreal City? He is from Laval, which is a suburb of Montreal, just on top of Montreal across the water. It's its own island city as well. So, yeah, I mean, he's from here. He's from Montreal. Year before we lost in '89. That's right, '89, we lost to Calgary. The only time Montreal lost a game 7, or I think it was they went to 7, on home ice for the Cup in the finals. It's the only time that ever happened. Finals in '89 against Calgary. The only nice thing about that was that Lanny McDonald got a Stanley Cup. You couldn't look at him carrying the cup and say, why would he win the cup? You had to be happy for him. He was a decent guy, got horribly treated by Toronto and Harold Ballard. So I was happy for him for that. But of course, kind of devastated because that would have been 24. Think about it. That would have been 24, and then we would have won 25 and 93. That would have been great. We lost in 6 games, okay, but it was the only time that we've lost in the finals on home ice. Declan became a Habs fan in 1966. Ooh, a little bit before me. When we lived there, but been living back in Ireland for almost 50 years. Wow, and still a Habs fan. Wow, awesome. And most years I come back to Montreal to go to a game. That's just awesome, Declan. Maybe one of these years when you do come back and we're able to get together, we'll get one of those meetups going and we could all meet up. Be nice to have somebody from Ireland there. So let's see, in 66, so I was only 3 years old, so there's no way I was, I barely knew what hockey was. T. Rich, growing up, every older person told me that the Leafs would have beat the Habs in 93. Live near Toronto. Well, I mean, that's a good question. I personally don't think so, but maybe. Kind of glad we don't have to find out. I think that would have been pretty goddamn awful to lose in the finals to the Leafs. But they had a decent team then. In 93, I want to say they had Matt Sundin. Did they have Gilmore? I don't know if they had Gilmore then. But they had a decent team. Sundin was definitely a good captain, a good leader. Jeff, the exact date I became, the second period just ended here. Still 1-0. So this one's going to be a close finish. The exact date Jeff became a Habs fan was August 9th, 1988. Why do you remember that exactly? I'm very curious because let me see. So you were 15-ish, if I got your age right, which I know your age. I'm just trying to top my head. Jeff, I know more. I know a bit about. If anybody doesn't know, Jeff, Goalie Girls Rule, he's my podcast partner. We have a podcast called A Couple of Guys Talking Habs. And so that's why I know a lot about Jeff. And Jeff and I met right here through this channel. So if you ever were hoping to ever meet somebody that's as famous as I am, now I say that, I can't even say that farther than that because that's just ridiculous. But point being, though, that Jeff and I met, we haven't even met really, but we talk a lot. We met on not Zoom. Where do we talk? We talk somewhere on camera. But we met through this channel. So, yeah, people do meet the creators. Definitely, it happens to become friends. And vice versa, that we become friends with some of you guys out there. So you never know. That's what meetups and stuff like that's really good for that. I know the hockey guy does it all the time, and he's made friends that he'll have for a long time just through meetups and stuff. So yeah, I don't know how did I get on that. Whatever. Okay, let's get back to here. Okay. Yeah, you got to tell me exactly how it's on the bottom there. I see it's coming up. I'll get to it. Became a Habs fan in 93. First ever hockey game I saw was playoffs 93, Habs versus Kings. Not a bad year to become a Habs fan. Declan Hughes, I was 4. So 66, you were 4? Oh, so you're only a year older than me because I was born in 63. So you're not much older than me. Shamir, a lot of Leaf fans also trot out conspiracy theories about Fraser being the reason Leafs lost in 93. Yeah, but you know what? I'll tell you what. As a Habs fan, I hated Carey Fraser. So it's typical of Leafs fans, in my opinion, to say Fraser was not good to us. No, Fraser was not great to the Habs. And any Habs fan of that era knows that. Or, I mean, I'm not crazy. We hated Carey Fraser. He's all nice now that he's retired, but no, he did not. I did not like. No, so they're crazy. Did the Leafs have Pat Burns as coach in 93? I believe so, didn't they? Yeah, they had Gilmore and Potvin, Felix Potvin nets. Felix the Cat, and I thought Doug Gilmore was there, and I think that was before Gilmore came to Montreal, because Gilmore played here for, what, a year or two? I know more than a season, but I think not much more than a season. If ifs and buts were candy and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas. That sounds like a maritime saying. So you were 9 years old when but why do you remember it so specifically? Is that your birthday or something? Like, I don't know. Was that the Gretzky trade? Oh, that's the Gretzky trade. Gilmore was the best player in the league. Is that the year Gilmore had, what, 127 points? I think he had 127 points. He was amazing that year, Gilmore. And Potvin was amazing. He was good. I have to, for that, there was a short period of time where Felix Potvin was really good, but that didn't last long. And he didn't really go on to like a really long career. Shamir, you remember Fraser too? Yep. Okay, yep. I'm not sure what the ups were, Jeff. Guys, it's 3:30 a.m. down here. Got to go to bed. Thanks, Abdullah, for being here. I didn't realize the time, but I should have realized you're that late. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that you're here 2 days in a row. So hopefully we will see you again. I think we're getting a day off for the games for Canada, and more than likely I'll be doing this again. So hopefully we'll see you back. enjoy the videos, and thanks for being a subscriber, buddy, and a member. Have a great night. Let me see, where are we? Yes, Burns was in his first season as head coach of the Leafs. Again, it was nice talking to y'all. It was definitely nice talking to you, Abdullah. Surprise finding someone from Qatar, such a big Habs fan. It's just a surprise. Gilmore was way after 93. So when did Gilmore get here? 98? 99? Yeah, actually, I think it was that late, eh? 2000 maybe, 2001, even that later than that. That's true, because in 93, that was an amazing season by him. I was like Gilmore. He was always a good player, and I think he's one of those players who plays the game right. I mean, not that he never was dirty ever, I guess, but he played the game right, and he had a lot of heart. I mean, yeah, I like Gilmore. We got him. He was already at the end of his career, so he didn't do that much here. I think he got 50 points when he was here. I think something like that. Gilmore was here from 01 to 03. That actually makes a lot of sense. So, yeah. Abdullah, if you're still here, I'm going to do that, and I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yes, the trade made me a Habs fan. Okay, so then answer me this question only in, why did it make you a Habs fan? Like, why the Habs? I don't think I asked you that before. My grandfather told me you don't get traded from Montreal, you get traded to Montreal. Oh, in other words, Montreal doesn't trade superstars, they make them. Okay, so don't have to answer it again. You answered it there. Yeah, that sounds right. It's not the case here anymore, but back in the day it was. It was. You went to Montreal and they made you a star. And they didn't trade the superstars in general. Well, at the end of their careers, I'm not saying they wouldn't, but not when they were in the peak, like at the prime of his career. He was and they traded him. It was ridiculous. But it was all about money. If they sold him, it was money. That's all it was. And they sold him a bill of goods about it too. It was kind of horrible. Larry Robinson got caught up with that. Who was that owner? What was the owner's name? Who's going to remind me of the owner's name? Oh, God, I can't remember his name. Bruce something. I can't remember his name. But that guy was just a, I want to say charlatan, but I mean, he was a grifter. He was just, fake. It was all smoke and mirrors with that guy. So what was his name? I don't know how many people got in this room now? We got 14 in the room, 14 big people in the room. Hey, if anybody, McNall, that's it, Bruce McNall. If anybody hasn't, thumbs up. Let's see if we can get up to 20. We need 4 more to hit 20. Let's see if we can get to 20. Someone just came in the room. Let's give a thumbs up. All right. And then if you give a thumbs up, let me know, and we'll give you some hype. Now I'm sounding like John again. Let's some hype in the room. I don't have the freaking energy to do what he does, man. I don't. He is energetic, but he's 21 years old. So I think if I was 21 years old, yeah, I'd have been a lot fatter and slower. But yeah. Believe it or not, I mean, I'm a big guy, but I was much bigger when I was 21 years old. Bruce McNall was one of the worst things to happen to hockey. And the weird thing for Gretzky is that he went from, I see Peter Pocklington mentioned there, he went from like one horrible owner to another one. So it was like 2 shyster owners, and if shyster is a Jewish word, which just means, a shyster, someone who you don't trust. So he went from one shyster owner to another shyster owner. And then Robinson ended up there. Larry Robinson. Well, I forgot. Abdullah was there. I forgot Larry Robinson. I met Larry Robinson and got his autograph. Larry Robinson was a friend of my boss when I worked at a pizza place. Anyway, his agent, Donnie. Well, what was Donnie's last name? I can't remember Donnie's last name, but he was just like my dad grew up with him. Like he was just one of those guys from the old neighborhood when my dad grew up. So he was also a customer in that courier company, so I delivered to him often. So I knew Donnie before I met Larry Robinson, but he was a bit of a shyster, and he got him hooked up with Bruce McNall and made the deal and everything. So, yeah. I can't remember his last name. Donnie what? Come on, Rick. You spoke to him I don't know how many times. Like Larry, I was lucky enough to meet the one time by delivering a pizza, but his agent I had met numerous times. So it's funny how that happened. And then I went to work at a pizza place later after the not many years, but years after the courier. And the boss there, the guy who owned the restaurant, he was friends with Larry and his agent. So it was really weird. And then over the years, I never got to meet Larry. Every time Larry came to the restaurant, it was my day off. Every damn time. And then finally an order came in for him. He had a car detailing place on Paray, excuse me, which is, if anybody knows the Orange Julep, that's on Paray and DeCarry. So his place was a little bit to the west, on the west side of that. And so I delivered there, and I finally got his autograph. I told him it's for my son, Zachary. He gave me the autograph, but it was for me. So I have that. I've shown it on my hockey card videos, which I should do a hockey card video again. And maybe I'll bring out that autograph again. It's the only I think it's the only hockey autograph that I have. Oddly, well, it's Larry Robinson, a Hall of Famer. He was tall. 6'4". I mean, not abnormally tall, but Larry Robinson is like, wow. What pizza? What pizza we talking about? Shamir. Lucas, what pizza we talking about? You ate pizza for supper? I'm figuring it out. Shyster usually refer to a crooked lawyer. Well, there you go. Okay. That's right. That's what he is. A shyster is a crooked lawyer. So, Declan, you know that. I know it's nothing. People know Jewish words, but are you Jewish by chance? I am. I'm not religious. I'm an atheist, really. If you ask me my religion, I'm an atheist. But I was Jewish by birth. But yeah, shyster is a crooked lawyer. But you can say shyster when you just mean somebody crooked, like in authority, too. You can refer to it that way. McSorley stick was the biggest call in Habs history, maybe even in Canadian hockey history. That's very true. And it kind of gets forgotten because it was in game 2, I think, right? So it wasn't in the deciding game. But that game was important because if they won game 2, more than likely they're going to win that series, and because they had won the first game. Am I right? They won the first game, and then Montreal with that call, with that the illegal stick on McSorley, yeah, it allowed them to win that game and go from there. McNall was running a pyramid scheme. That's true, eh? Yeah, with was that with Eagleson, Alan Eagleson? Was he involved in that, or that Eagleson was just crooked in other ways? Speaking of a shyster lawyer, Alan Eagleson, that's a shyster lawyer. And he got his due. He definitely got his due. Lucas, where'd you have pizza from? I'm not sure where you live, though. Where'd you get the pizza from? Mike Hoffman signed to the Blues. So he signed or he got a tryout? He got a tryout, apparently, though. Professional tryout, not a signing. It's up there with Don Cherry, too many men on the ice. Yes, it is. That's another one. Boy, that game would have been over. That game would have been over. And then Guy Lafleur ties that up with that beautiful, typical Guy Lafleur down the right side, crosses the line, takes the shot, and the flying Gilles Gilbert like that. Never forget that. And then, now everybody, I think a lot of people think that's the winning goal, and that's not the winning goal. If I'm correct, Yvan Lambert wins it in OT or near the end of the third. But Yvan Lambert, I think, wins that game. But Guy Lafleur tied that game up. with that beautiful shot. Let me see now. No, but a lot of my neighbors were when we lived in Montreal. Well, yeah, in Montreal. Montreal's got a huge Jewish community. The Marx Brothers did a radio series about a lawyer firm. They were Flywheel, Shyster, and Flywheel. That's pretty good. I never saw that. I liked the Marx Brothers. Yes, Lucas, a professional tryout. That's what he got, which is weird. I mean, Hoffman, why is he getting a tryout? I don't get that. I mean, maybe he wants to play there, so that's why he's accepting that. But that call was the reason Canada won their last cup. Yes, it is. It is. It's right. It's the Habs' last cup, Canada's last cup. And I made this prediction, and I know it's a hot take, and I hope it works out. Montreal will also be the next Canadian team to win a cup. I said that in a video, so I'm on record as saying that. And I believe that to be true. Homemade pizza, buddy, is the best. I make homemade pizza as well. And no, not just where you take a pita bread or whatever. No, I make the dough, and I make everything. Well, I don't make the cheese and all that, but I mean, I make it from fresh dough that I make, and there is absolutely nothing like that. That's the best way to make pizza. You know, I haven't done a lot of cooking lately. I have not done a lot of cooking lately. I've been so off cooking, but I love to cook in general, and yeah, pizza is fantastic when you make it for yourself. That call was I read that. Lambert scored in OT. Yes, I thought I had that right. Yvon Lambert, another great player, you know, relatively great player to our number 11. Anderson also signed to PTO with the Capitals. Yeah, that's something I just heard earlier as well. You're right about people thinking Lafleur's goal being the winning one. Just like people think that the Miracle on Ice game in 1980 was the gold medal game, even though it wasn't. It was just the semis. No, that's right. The miracle of the Miracle on Ice was the fact that these American players who were not professionals, they were made up of amateurs. They beat a really good Russian team. They really beat a good Russian team. And I watched that. And another thing I won't ever forget, that was because I'm a dual citizen. So I'm an American as well. And so I had a little bit of stake in the game, especially back then. We still had going there back and forth with family. So yeah, that was an amazing, amazing win. An amazing win. And then the movie, that wasn't a bad movie. I have to say I liked it. I liked that speech that what's his name? The actor that he was playing the coach. Glenn Sonmore was the coach, I think. It was a good speech. It was a good speech. Ken Dryden did the color commentary for ABC during those Olympic Games. That's true. That's another thing that's true. You're right. With Al Michaels, I remember that. The memories. Nothing like, you know what, when you get to be my age, and now I know Shamir and Jeff are younger than me I know Jeff's like 17 years younger than me, and I think, Shamir, you're about the same age, so you guys are a good bit younger than me, but you're getting, and Declan can concur with this because he's my age. The older you get, the more joy you get from those kind of nostalgic things, like when you're talking to people and you have memories. Oh, yeah, I remember that. There's such joy and such comfort in nostalgic memories. You guys agree with that? Declan, I think, would probably agree with it more than you, Shamir and Jeff. But I bet you guys are starting to notice that too. Your like for nostalgic things. It happens. It grows on you as you get older. Wait, Jeff, sorry, what was you? Did I give you that? Declan agreed. Yeah. You can't help it, right? I mean, it happens to me all the time. And you know how much the Habs are involved in that? Like, especially with YouTube. You know, you come across, oh, look at this old game. Oh, I remember that game. And then you're watching it, and you're right back there. You can even remember sometimes what's going to happen. I love that. I love that. And even music that you didn't like when you were younger. you hear it now and it's like, oh, that's not bad. Yeah. It's that's the part of being growing older. I know I talk about it all the time. I know I'm only 58. I'm not old. But in the grand scheme of things, I'm getting there. But I make fun of it. But guys, remember, I'm just making fun of the fact that I'm getting older. That's all. But I realize at 58, I'm not that old. I'm just out of shape right now. If I would get back into shape, which I'm going to do this, I say I'm gonna try to get that done soon. Then I don't feel nearly as old as I do right now. But still, that nostalgic stuff, you just can't help it. Oh, so you guys, Declan, and you're from Ireland. I don't know. Are you a Beatles fan? What's his name? The director that did Lord of the Rings, Peter Jackson. He's working on a Beatles film. It's all behind the scenes footage that no one's ever seen before. And he put out a 5-minute little trailer on it, and it was amazing to watch, and the memories that brings back. So, yeah, if anybody's a Beatles fan, especially as older guys, that's coming out in 2021, apparently. So I'm really looking forward to that. I don't even know what's going on in the game. I'm just enjoying talking to you guys. So I hope nobody minds that I'm not really doing the game much. I'm going to put it back up here. There's a little over 17 minutes left. Still 1-0. This is going to be a tight finish. Okay, let's see now. Where was I? Shame that Herb Brooks died. Oh, that's right. It was Herb Brooks. It wasn't Glenn Sonmore. It was Herb Brooks was the coach. Thanks, Shamir. Thanks for correcting me. Died not long after the movie came out. That's right. He did. Yeah, because he was a big part of helping them, consulting to make that movie. I thought, who's the actor? Why can't I think of his name? Why can't I think of who the actor is that did it? He's married to Goldie Hawn, that guy. I thought he really did a good job with that speech. When they were, I think just before the game, he gave a speech to his players. It's our time. Their time is gone. I love that speech. It's really good. And Kurt Russell, that's who it is. Yeah. Thanks, Shamir. And you know what, Shamir? As I was looking at your thing, it hit me. So I don't know if my eyes got it and went to my brain quick, but at the same time as I saw your comment, my brain clicked in Kurt Russell. Let me see now. I think a lot of that Beatles footage was filmed during the Let It Be movie, but it didn't make the final cut. Yeah, no, there's a lot of that kind of stuff, but it's all stuff that never got released. I think he said he's got 56 hours of that to go through. When he did this little trailer, he was halfway through, and I just can't wait to see it. I'm going to really enjoy that. There goes your 6-1 prediction, Lucas. All our predictions are out the window. The only one, the closest one, I think, was David Arthur gave a 2-1 prediction. That was a nice try there between his legs. Was it McMichael? Hey, Robert Dario. How's it going, buddy? You're a little late to the party, but late's better than never. How are we doing here? Now, this is quick. I'm only on an hour and 38 minutes, and we're already about a quarter of the way through the third period. Wow. Yesterday, the game took what? I was on for 3 hours. Doesn't look like this is going to be the same. They had all those stoppages, though, for all the goals. There was that, eh? All right, so let me see. Where were we with that? So this Beatles thing, it looks like I'm just so looking forward to it. I really enjoyed it. If you haven't seen it, I know he put it out on. I saw it on Twitter. I saw that it was on Facebook, and it's on YouTube as well. So if anybody wants to see this little 5-minute thing that he put out, I guess you just check Peter Jackson Beatles, and you'd probably find it. They're showing these players' families in their living rooms. By the end of the third period, somebody's going to be on there drunk. I can't wait to see something. Pulling his pants down, mooning the camera. That'd be funny. My voice is going again, and we're on not even at 2 hours. That sucks. Okay, guys, keep me talking. Come on, need some help here. Okay, so we'll do a little play-by-play. They're facing off. That's the right face-off circle. Canada wins, sort of wins the draw. Anyways, they got the puck, trying to get out along the boards, across the other side. Almost got a lead pass. But they're setting up inside the Slovakian zone, but not very well. Come on, guys, I need some comments. What? Everybody stopped talking to me. What happened? Everybody, leave me alone. Everybody abandoned me. 11 in the room. Not bad. I mean, it's not like last time. The last one was pretty good with John sending all those people over. I have to say, did pretty good with the 17 subscribers. I think that's the most I've ever. Not. I think that's the most I've ever gotten off of a live stream. I've done videos where I've gotten like 58 and 65 like subscribers from the one video. So I've had that from videos, but not from a live stream ever. So if anybody is in here that hasn't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe and the thumbs up, and that'd be great. I'd really appreciate that. Hey, Rick, how many times do you think they will wear their direct rural jersey? What's the direct rural jersey? I don't know what that means. Are you talking about Canada? You gotta clarify that, Rob. Sorry, got looking at other stuff. Are you telling me, Jeff, that you left this live stream? You left my live stream and you did not ask permission? I'm not very happy with you. Yeah, and ring the notifications, but I forgot to say that. You're right. Although the surprising of subscribers, I think only like 20% ring the notification bell, 20 or 30, something like that percent. So not a high percentage of people ring that. But those notifications help because you guys get like when I post a video, boom, you get the notifications. So that can help kick off the video and the algorithm and everything. So it is kind of important. You can still hear me. Am I on your huge TV? He just bought a huge TV and he's got me on there. I feel kind of weird. I'm on his big screen. Do you think any team will sweep another team this season? Oh, God, are you talking about in the – oh, God, that would be something, right? I don't think so, though. No. I'm going to 4 or 5 games you could sweep. I don't think you can sweep 9, 10 games in a season. Unless, the team's really that bad. But I don't think Ottawa is bad enough to be swept like that. So we'll have to see. There are probably some teams like Arizona just traded Stepan to Ottawa. So it improved Ottawa a little bit. And they got a little worse. So I think Arizona's rebuilding. I think Arizona is going to be worse. As a matter of fact, in my predictions for them, I moved them down a notch after that because I don't know who they're replacing Stepan with down the middle. You think that's an important spot? Well, not think. I know that it is. So we got 11 minutes left in this game. 1-0. So nothing for sure. This is not a for sure win yet because one wrong shot and it's a tie game, and then who knows? I would have hoped for them to have at least a 2-goal lead by now. But as I said beginning of the game, Slovakia is not a bad team. Slovakia can do some damage. Slovakia can beat Canada on a good night. So it's kind of proved here by the fact that it's 1-0 only. The Habs wearing the retro jerseys for how many games? Oh, I think they it's either 2 or 4 games. I think they're going to wear them for. So I think every team, either 2 or 4 games, they're required, I think, to wear them. No, the game is on the TV. Ah, that's true. I'm on the opposite. I'm on the little one now. Ah, it's cool. T Rich, this game's close. I figured it would be, but not this close. Yeah, I had it 4-2. I was thinking, so this is way closer than I thought. But I'm not surprised because Slovakia is a good team. They can be a really good team. Chicago will be the worst team in the league, in my opinion. You know, Lucas, I thought that. I was in agreement with you. I've changed my mind on Chicago. Yeah, their goalie situation is not great, but even if the goalies are average, which they should be about average, they still have some firepower and they've got a decent defense. So they won't be the worst. They won't be the best by far, but they won't be the worst. That's my opinion. Oh, I thought my son's calling me. He's live streaming as well. Oh, if anybody's into gaming and you do Twitch at all, a giant robot. That's my kid, a giant robot. That's my kid, Zachary. And yeah, he's streaming right now, I believe. If you want to check him out, you're allowed to leave the stream to do that. That definitely. And if anybody does go check him out, I would really appreciate if you give a follow. He's trying to get up to a certain level. It will help. He just started. He's only doing this like 3 months. He's doing well for someone doing 3 months. I wish in 3 months I was doing as good as he's doing right now. But the goalies will be worn out. Which goalies are we talking about now? Let me see if I can. The goalies, you mean in Chicago? I mean, it could be. I don't expect them to make playoffs or anything, so won't matter. But if they can just play decently, Chicago won't be as bad as I thought. Hey, Zachary, how's it going, buddy? In near the end of the stream. It's awesome. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. It's okay. I figured it out, Lucas. I figured out you meant Chicago. One thing I've learned from doing this and just being on Twitter in general, man, you got to interpret what people say. So I've gotten really quick at just interpreting what you're saying and not making a big stink out about anything. I used to be, when I first started going online, I used to be a grammar Nazi. I learned real quick that's not a good thing online, so I don't do that anymore. But if you notice, for me, I spell properly all the time because it's a thing for me. Yeah, it's just a thing for me. I even do it when I write my scripts because I'm saving them all. I date them and everything. I don't know what I'm going to ever do with them. I don't think I'm ever going to be famous enough that anyone's going to want to see them. But I think I'm doing it more for my kids. If my kids ever want to, you know, after I'm gone, you know, oh, what was Dad really into? Like, they don't follow that closely what I do. So I want to leave some kind of a record for them that way. So every script that I write, yeah, it gets not numbered, but it gets dated. And all the pages, you know, stuck together with a paper clip. And then I file it. I've got a very bad system, but they're all together. So every year is going to go into a binder, the whole year into a big binder. So every year. And yeah, I started doing that a little while back. So that's what I don't know. And maybe somebody will want it one day, and maybe I'll use that. I'll give them away, like, type thing as a prize. Not that I think anybody would want them, but, you know, we'll see. Again, it's going to my head, isn't it? But I do save all my scripts. Go Canada! Shamir, oh no, that's for Shamir. How many teams from each division make the playoffs? 4. 4 from, so there won't be any wild cards this year. The top 4 teams make the playoffs. That's it. And then they play each other. First 2 rounds are intra-division. And then they go out. So whoever comes out of each division, that's going to be the semifinals and then the finals, right? So, yeah, 4 teams and then 2 teams. So, yeah, I think Montreal has a really good chance to come out of that division. And if they do, well, they're going to do, they're going to have won 2 series. And I hope one of them is against Toronto. How was my Christmas? Pretty good. I got to spend my Christmas with my kids and my ex-wife, and we had a good time. We have already a 2-house bubble, so it was just my my middle son Jesse who lives alone. So you were allowed to do that. So he came over, which was nice, and yeah, we had a nice dinner and talk. And my kids are older now, so they're all adults, and it's a different dynamic, and I really enjoy just getting together, all of us, and having a meal and talking and just, yeah, it's fun now. I didn't have patience when I was a young father. I didn't have patience. If Lou's still in the room, she could attest to that. I have a lot more patience now than I ever did, and my temper is mostly gone. I used to have a bad temper. So yeah, I'm a much different person than when I was a young father. I regret it, but I try to make it up now. What did I have? Yes. Does your son watch your channel? No, my kids don't watch my channel. I laugh because it's funny, but I mean, it's a good question, but no. Unfortunately, none of my kids were into hockey. None of them got into hockey. None. So it's too bad. Leave them in the National Archives, the origins of a great Habs vlogger. If one day that ever happens and I'm considered that, I'd be proud of myself, but I doubt that'll happen. But no, I want to leave them for my kids. One day they'll probably want to go through them and just look and see what I was about. Just that's it, because they're not into my hockey. So, I figured they'll want to one day say, "Hey, let's see what Dad was doing there." And yeah, I hope that happens. Ray Buckle, welcome in, buddy. I heard the Habs are looking to trade Kulak and Byron in a package for another decent winger. Yeah, I haven't heard that officially, but this is what I've been saying. I think that it's Byron and Kulak make the most sense to make the cap room that you need, considering the moves they've already made. I think that makes the most sense, but I haven't heard that as an actual real rumor. So, but I think a lot of people agree with that. But I haven't heard it. Like I said, it's nothing official or, like from an insider. Leafs are going to win against the Habs when the season starts. I disagree. I think Montreal ends up winning 6 of the 10 games against Toronto. 6. I'm not saying how. There may be some overtime wins. There may be some shootout wins, but I think they come out with 6 wins to 4 losses against Toronto. And I think I might be being conservative there. Where am I? Jeff, my kid got me back into hockey. I stopped watching for years. Yeah, I stopped too when I had young kids. I stopped because I didn't have the time. Then they were born. I tried to get them into it. So I started watching again. And just over the last, I don't know, about 7 years, before in the last 9, 7 of the last 9, and the 2 that I'm leaving out are these last 2 where I've really been following close. I didn't follow as closely as I would have liked, and I got rusty, and I'm only just starting to get back. I mean, I'm still rusty when it comes to the other teams, but I'm not nearly as rusty as I was 2 years ago. Now I'm just a bit rusty. Like there's some things about the teams I don't really know. I try not to talk about it if I don't know anything about it. So, because I've had a couple of comments where you don't really know much about the other teams, do you? It's something I admit, at least. It's not like I don't admit it. So, good save there. Levi kept them in the lead. So listen, the shots, they're coming. Slovakia looks like they've got a few shots going on, because now it's 23, I think, to 14. So they've picked it up a little bit. Ooh, Gooley right off of the tip of his glove. He's lucky where that hit, because that could have hurt. Don't want to play the Leafs in the playoffs. It might make me spend time in the hospital. Too many Leaf fans around here. Yeah, but you know what? It's good. It would be a fun series. Edge of your seat. Intense. Yeah, I'm sorry. I would want it. I want it. I want to see a Montreal-Toronto series. The thing is, I wouldn't want Montreal to lose because that would be tough to live down. Man, Slovakia is pouring it on. Come on, guys. Get the puck out. There they do. They clear it. Thank God they clear it. Slovakia was really pouring it on there. They came close there. I was a little worried there. They're trying to tie it up. It's only 1-0, man. One well-placed puck, and they're back in a good position. They're still in the game. 1-0. They're not out of this game. 3:40 left. Can they do it? They scored. That's it. Game over. Game over. They ain't coming back from that. Tomasino, I think. Is it Tomasino or Cousins? Awesome. That's what I wanted to see because you know what? One bad shot, it gets past it, and that changes everything. Now, there's no way. I don't think in 3 minutes that Slovakia can score 2 goals when they really couldn't score one at all. Nice. Tomasino. Nice little lift. Like that was perfect. Getting the lift on there, it's not easy to do. Because you got to get that puck up there. Jeff was telling me because basically the bottom, the goalie should have all the bottom closed off. So you got to lift that puck up, and that's not easy to do. As close as he was to the net, that's not really easy. Hey, goal reached for the 20 likes. Awesome. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you. Well, 19, that's close enough. But come on, one more. There's got to be someone in here. One person here. If you haven't put a thumbs up, can you please put a thumbs up and get us to 20? I would love that if we can get a 20. Awesome. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So let's see. It's almost over there. Oh, they're on commercial break. Now it was showing me 19. Maybe there's a time difference. I don't know, but the 20th like came through. So thank you guys. You guys are the best, man. You guys are the best. Seriously. There's not a ton of you in here, but you guys are the best. I have so much fun. I'm really enjoying doing these full games. I didn't think I would. I have to be honest with you. And I'm really enjoying it. So, yeah, I just have to decide about the Habs games if I'm going to do full ones or not, but we'll see. So awkward pause. Awkward. That's great. You're talking about the live stream, the stream? Yeah, Jeff's been trying to get me to be longer and not like directly, but I know he's wanted me to do this a little bit more. Do the full game like this. So yeah, I didn't think I would be able to my voice is kind of suffering a little bit, but I'll be fine in the morning. Maybe I'll start drinking some tea. Do you think the Habs should trade Charles Hudon to give him a fresh start? Well, they have his rights. So, I mean, yeah, I think it would be fair to the guy. He's obviously not going to play here, especially now they're a little deeper. I can't see a spot for him. So, hey, Rob, thanks for coming in, buddy. Have a good night. I really appreciate it. And see you next time. And there's a new, I'm working on actually it's on the board, members only video. That's coming out tomorrow. Tomasino looking fantastic in the World Juniors. Yeah, it's his second, I think, World Juniors. Yeah, he is. He's looking really good. Second game in a row. I thought he had a pretty good game the first one, and that was a really nice goal. Full games don't matter, but doing live more works. Plus, it's fun. Yeah, well, but that was going to come up in the regular season. I'm going live every game. So, but you're right. You're right. I don't do enough live in the off season. But listen, even John at Hot Take, he didn't do anything for a couple of months. So, what can you do? At least I was doing my Saturdays. And when there's something to happen, in the off season, when it's like something happens, I don't mind doing live stream, but it's hard to find good reasons. And then I didn't think there'd be anything to talk about anyway. But I guess, hey, we're talking about all kinds of different things. So what's the difference, right? Just get out there and just start talking. So yeah, I may end up doing more live streams next off season than just Saturday. All right, so there's a minute 40. I got the hiccups again. Can you believe that, guys? I'm holding my breath this time. Happened last game too. I got the hiccups and like, wow, are you glad they got that goal or what? Because that's it, 2-1. David Arthur had it right. David Arthur got the goal, got the score, because I don't think there's going to be another goal. Although 124, there's time. It's still going down to the wire. Let's see what happened here on that goal. The cross check on the guy that they got away with, Canada. Ooh, that guy picked that corner beautifully. Wow, that made it through. It wasn't as much in the corner as I thought, but wow, that had eyes. I remember when Hudon didn't play any games yet with Habs and couldn't wait to see him play. Yeah, I remember that with him, but his game just never translated. No, it's like it's an AHL game, but it doesn't make it here. Just to let everyone know that since Hoffman signed the PTO, meaning other teams can give him a contract, but I think he'll sign soon. Yeah, just curious as to why it's a PTO. Philip, how's it going, buddy? Hey, old man. Nice to see you too, buddy. Well, I thought that was an old saying, maybe from the hippie days. Yeah, I'm still alive. I'm hanging in there, and I plan to make it through this pandemic. That's it. Game over. So I'm about a minute behind you because I still got 50 seconds now. Yeah, David Arthur had it right. David Arthur got it. I got to let him know. He got it. There was no prize tonight, but just wanted to show your support. Thanks, Philip. I appreciate it, buddy. And I don't mind the old man. You can call me old man anytime. No problem. But I appreciate the support. And I'm glad you enjoy the videos. I love the comments. And keep them up. Thanks. Well, an empty netter, 3-1. So that screwed up David. Hey, if you remember, my original one, I said 3-1, and then I changed it to 4-2. Shouldn't have changed it. No, David didn't get it anymore. So that's it. They got this game. That's done. I'm going to shut her down for the game. I'm staying on. Don't worry. No need for me to keep the game up. I can look at my pretty face again back on my computer screen. Okay. Enough of that joke. No, that's it. I thought something new came up. Okay, so I'm going to stick around for another few minutes since the game is over. That's a quick game. That's only 2 hours and 3 minutes. Because although it's a little longer, I came on about 3 or 4 minutes into that game. So the next game I want to say is, what are we today? Tuesday. I believe the next game is Tuesday. J-Raw, did you have the 3-1? J-Raw got it. I know somebody had 3-1 in there. Awesome, buddy. Wasn't running a contest today. But when the Habs games start, we'll go back to the guess the score contest. Got to guess the score, and you got to get the first Habs goal scorer to get the prize. We're going to run that for sure this season. Also, I want to remind everybody who's in the room, if you haven't yet, you can go into my in the description. My email is there. If you're interested in getting into the hockey pool, which I want to do the draw. I think the 10th is the scheduled day for the draw. So we're doing a fantasy hockey pool, prizes for first, second, and third. Nothing special, but there'll be prizes. And yeah, you can just let me know by sending me an email. I will get back to you and give you the link. I have right now, I have 17 spots open. So there's a lot. There's only 3 right now in there. I encourage you to go in there, send me an email, and we'll get you into this pool. We're doing this on Yahoo. It's the best site I've found for doing drafts and doing the pool. So, yeah, we're going to do a live draft. Expect you to be there at the live draft. And, yeah, so if you're interested, at my email, at Talking Habs. Well, not at talkinghabs@gmx.com. And, yeah, get in touch with me, and I will put you in to the pool. Let's see. They might wait. Yeah, it was fun watching the live stream the past few games. I'm glad you liked it. I'm going to be here for the next Canada game as well. They might need more time to work on his contract, but want him there at the start of training camp. Morgan, who are we talking about? Did you mention him before? I'll scroll up because I know you had a comment there before. I hope I did not ignore your comment. And it seems that it went back a bit. There it is. Do I think any team will sweep it out? No. So who are we talking there, Morgan? I'm not sure. They might need more time to work on his contract, but want him there. Who are we talking about? Sorry. I have no idea. J-Raw. Yeah, no, I gave you. You're the one. You got it. There was no prize, though. But congrats getting the score right. Good practice for during the season. So, Morgan, you got to answer me that. Who are we talking about? Because otherwise, I think I'm going to take off in a few minutes. Is the U.S. playing tonight? No. Didn't they play 2 games in a row? So, no, they're not playing tonight. They played the opening night and yesterday. So, no. So, they'll be playing tomorrow, and Canada is playing on Tuesday. I think also at 6. I think at 6, but I'm not positive about that one. So, but I'll be doing the same thing. We'll do the stream, and we'll do the whole game because, yeah, this is fun. It's suddenly starting to seem like, doing the live stream for the first period, like that doesn't really make as much sense as it used to. So, who's playing tonight? I don't know who the other game is. There's another game. I don't know who it is off the top of my head. Anybody know who the other game is? All right, so I think I'm going to take off since nobody else is talkative, and I'm getting talked out here with my voice. Plus, I haven't eaten supper yet, so I wouldn't mind going and making some supper. And okay, T. Rich is saying Russia versus Czechoslovakia. That didn't come out well. I'm telling you, my voice is going. At the end of the stream, definitely. All right, guys. I'm going to take off. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Thank you, everybody who was here, everybody who is here right now. Thank you. Thank you, Trent. Thank you, Shamir, for the super chats. I really appreciate that. And, yeah, just thank you, all of you, for watching the videos, for being here in the live streams. And, hey, we'll see you. Yeah, I can't. NHL, I wish I could, but you can hear my voice. I'll see you on Tuesday. I think it's 6 o'clock, so I'll be on like 6:10, just after. That way the notifications go out. If you go right at the hour, they won't go out. And that's it. So look for the videos tomorrow. I'm doing that fighter video on the main channel, and I'm doing a predictions video for the members tomorrow, and maybe some other things. We'll see what comes up. And, yeah, there we are. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Bye, everybody. I forgot to say peace out. I don't know if I'm off yet. Peace out, y'all.